santo. Jehová, tu Dios, te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial.
Jehová, tu Dios, te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial. Un pueblo. No está hablando de los chinos, no está hablando de los árabes, no está hablando de los japoneses, de nosotros. Nosotros somos la gente más odiada en este mundo, más odiada. Y toda la gente de Dios.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all tryna make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, this what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity.
Maldito sea todos estos perros gringos, todos, y que las maldiciones de Dios lleguen hacia ellos. Cuando me activo saco el cuerno de chivo. Todo lo que digo yo lo he vivido, haciendo oraciones entre mis suspiros. Muerte por un gringo es negativo y sigo. Estamos en guerra con estos gabachos, hijos de perra, y espera. Ellos son de Inglaterra, en barcos llegaron a nuestra tierra, se aferran que somos ilegales, que toda nuestra raza son criminales, corrales. es donde nos encierran, sin causa, motivo, nos encierran. Quisieran acabar con nuestra gente, pero aquí estamos hasta el presente, y muerte es lo que está presente. Unida nuestra gente, la raza está más fuerte. La escuela israelita, donde no corremos con edomitas. Todo de la Biblia ellos predican, y a toda nuestra gente se le avisa.
Ha llegado lo que esperan, guerra mundial tercera, que todos los gringos se caigan y mueran. Cobro condenas y ya sacar lo ordena. Con líricas mortales prosigue el asalto. No somos cobardes ni menos cristianos. Crúcense la línea y en corto los castro. Malditos caballos cazan nuestros pasos. Así es, raza, si no los conoce les presento a Satanás, porque todos los putos son de la Ku Klux Klan. Así es, mi gente, póngase trucha. No me ande ellos iconeando quiénes somos nosotros para andar hincando a toda la bola de pendejos.
Guacha, Daimon produce, aquí andamos bien firmes, es Arsenal Pro, loco. Problemas en la mente, mi barrio está caliente, no falta el billete ni las balas en el cuete, el arsenal presente, es un triste hasta la muerte, la chota no se mete porque somos mucha gente. Ten cuidado si caminas por mi lado, si el barrio no te conoce, con la 12 te tumban como a un venado. Dios me ha traicionado, pero me la han pelado, carnales de corazón, estos que siguen a mí. Bien loco con mis locos, loco es loco.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Shabbat Thumb, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema Thumb, Bashem Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. This Precinct Officer 500, Barak Ya Allah, and we have a special episode for you, La Pura Neta podcast. You understand? Our Spanglish episode, let me put it like that, right? We're just going to wait for my brother, Officer 500, Malakma. Right, he's about to jump on in a few minutes. We have some good topics for you, and we want to know what y'all think about the topics that we're going to bring up, right? Obviously, we're only talking about what's going on with our people, what's going on with Raza, what's going on with the Blacks, Latinos, and Native American. You understand? Throughout the world, as a matter of fact, wherever we are, in America, in Europe, Central, South America, Canada, doesn't matter, right? It's always something going on in our communities. There's always a plan to make sure that if we're not destroyed, that we destroy each other, that we're destroyed, or to prevent us from rising up, basically. You understand? And we're going to get into what some may call a controversial topic, which is really not so controversial, right? And that has been going on for, who knows? Since the beginning of damn near since the birth of America, since the birth of, the Caucasian persuasion on the American continent, on the Western Hemisphere. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about immigration. Why? Because apparently there's an immigration problem with a certain people. That's why I'm saying apparently, because we already know that's a lie. There's no such thing as an immigration problem. How do you know there's no such thing as an immigration problem? Is because nobody complains about the fact that migrants are picking up the fruits and the vegetables that they get to buy at the grocery stores, right? Nobody complains about all the migrants doing the construction or, their landscaping whatsoever, right? Which are mostly of Latino descent, but also some of them of West Indian or Haitian descent. But the point is, there is no issue with immigration. Another proof is that no one has a problem with the wave of illegal Asian migrants flooding in America and Canada. Nobody has an issue with all those Middle Eastern and East Indians coming through the border, or the Ukrainians, as a matter of fact, or the Afghani refugees, right? But people have a problem when it comes to Latinos, when it comes to Haitian migrants, which lets you know that the real problem is not immigration, is the people who come over here that y'all like to hate, right? You like to hate on every single Latinos and branding them as Mexicans, where technically, how can they be illegal immigrants when California is technically Mexico? Texas is Mexico. You understand? Arizona, New Mexico is still New or Old Mexico is still Mexico, right? And how are y'all gonna dictate who is an illegal immigrant or not when since 1492 y'all been coming here without no goddamn papers? You understand? That's the y'all had the caucasity to say the most outrageous and outlandish shit ever, right? Who are you to decide who's an illegal immigrant or not? You understand? That's the crazy part of it. Plus, with what's his name again? Donald Trump, the orange man. So Donald Trump, he likes to say shit like, well, Mexico ain't sending their best people. Well, guess what, Trump? Um, when y'all colonized the whole Western Hemisphere, Spain didn't send his best people. Portugal didn't send their best people. The French, the British, you understand? None of these Europeans sent their best people to colonize the Western Hemisphere. Not that if they were to send their best people, it would make a difference, but the point is, your people came over here. We're not the best people of Germany. They were not the best people of France. They were not the best people of England, nor Spain, nor Portugal. So that argument is saying Mexico are not sending their best people. First of all, Mexico is not sending nobody. People are fleeing Mexico. They're technically, they should have the same status as all those Afghanis, Syrians, Ukrainians, what else? All those Middle Eastern and Asians fleeing their countries as refugees. The Latinos, the Haitians, everybody coming flooding through the border should be considered a refugee. You think if it was, you think if the grass was greener in Mexico, they would not stay in Mexico. They don't have much of a choice. A lot of them are fleeing like what is poverty, violence, conditions of living. You know, they not that it's necessarily better in America, but it might not be as bad. And because it's not as bad, maybe they have a better chance of surviving the hell that we've been in for the past 400 or 500 years. You understand? Which is coming at an end. But still, in the meantime, we would still would like a break of the hell. And that break of the hell is maybe like another level of hell that is not as bad as the one that we're in Central, South America, or in the Caribbean islands. You know, but again, how dare we have devils saying all types of madness when it comes to immigration? Immigration, again, it was never a problem. They all let all those Italians in, all those Irish, those Polish. Y'all never had an issue with immigration. The only issue America has, which Canada has as well, is just they hate Latinos. They hate black people and they hate the natives. You understand? That's it. It's really not rocket science when it comes down to it, right? It's not rocket science. It's simple. These people hate our guts. Why? Because we're the chosen people of the Lord, and they know that we're the chosen people of the Lord. They know that because of what we did, we're in the condition that we're in. But the worst part is that they take advantage of it, which is why, listen, the Most High not only will repay them double, right? I'm gonna prove everything I say right in the scripture, just like the Bible said, prove everything. Not only the Most High will repay them double, but because especially those people took the most advantage of the conditions that we're suffering right now, of all those curses that fell upon us, they took full advantage of it to oppress us to the worst way possible. You understand? Which is why out of all the nations that are gonna go back and are gonna go in chains, that we will have that we will possess, having our possession, there is one people that will be eradicated from the face of the earth. And those are not my words. Those are not my, this is not my personal opinion. This is what the Bible says. Let me pull up the precept for y'all right now. And I'm about to show y'all a couple clips, you understand, about what's going on, because y'all think it's just, you know what, we're exaggerating on everything that we say. No, there's footage. Listen, there's footage and everything we go through. I mean, at the end of the day, We go through it because we decide to disobey the Most High. We decide to eat pork, chicharron. We decide to kill each other and be adulterers and all types of manner of sins, which is why we're in the conditions that we're in right now. But again, bear with us a minute. Officer Malakma is gonna jump on, right? Officer Kamada as well is supposed to jump on. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. Lord willing, he does. But let me show you the spirit of these people, right? Even that, what's it called? Even those Caucasians that you think y'all might, grow up with, go to school with, at some point they show their true colors. They show their true colors. You cannot speak about the issue that are plaguing your people for the reason why no one wants to hear about it. And why does no one wants to hear about it? Because no one really gives a damn about it, right? Just like the Bible says right here, Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. You understand? It's talking about our oppressor, the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. Who's that devil, you may ask? The devil. You understand? Y'all think the devil is just a red, humanoid with horns and hooves. No, the devil is red, but it doesn't have no hooves, no tail, or no horns on his head. Understand? The devil is the goddamn Caucasian race, the white man, el hombre blanco, el pinche diablo que habla la Biblia. That's who the devil is. You understand? No one else, right? Devil meaning deceiver. He's the liar on the face of the earth, right? He colonizes every single piece of land that there is and call themselves by the name of the land or the people. That's what he's been doing. He's a vagabond. He's such a devil that he claims to have invented the faith that Black and Hispanics been having for the longest time ever. He's such a devil that nowadays he called himself the original American, where we know who are the natives of the land of the Americas. Such a devil that he claims to be, the Mexicans, where we know who the Mexicans are. Salakia. We know who the real Issacharites are. You understand? We know who the real Issacharites are. Right. But at the end of the day, listen, it's not rocket science. Officer Malakma just jumped on.
Órale, carnal. Can you hear me?
Karawakan, Shalom Yabashi Shabakthar.
Hey, Shabakta, carnal. Órale, man. Glad to be here, man. Salakia, just, setting up a new technology, as you can see. Trying to get the use of this. Ya saben, raza, aquí estamos otra noche. Este es ISUPK, la Pura Neta Podcast. Hacemos esto cada miércoles y cada viernes, miércoles en español y viernes en inglés. Y hoy la tema que vamos a tocar, ¿verdad? Vamos a hablar de lo que pasó en Nueva York y el problema que este opresor usa esa situación para hacernos ver mal, ¿verdad? Para justificar cómo nos maltrata este país. Y eso es el problema, raza, que este país nos trata como que nosotros somos, ¿verdad? Ciudadanos de segunda, ¿verdad? De segunda clase. Y nosotros, ¿verdad? Creemos que eso es lo de meresos, ¿verdad? Que es nuestra culpa y que no podemos estar enojados y eso. You know what I'm saying, Brakyala?
Karawakan.
¿Verdad? Pues por eso vamos a hablar hoy, ¿verdad? Que eso es, ¿verdad? No es justo lo que hace este país y que usa, ¿verdad? Situaciones así para hacernos ver mal. All right, get some graphics on real quick. So, lo voy a decir en inglés. That's the problem with this country, Brakyala. This country demonizes us, man, and goes out of their way to make us look a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. I mean, that's the crazy. That's exactly what I was touching on earlier when Trump is saying, Mexico is not sending their best people. I mean, as if Portugal or Spain as if any European ever send their best people over here. You understand? Right. Trying to make it seem like we're the worst of the worst. When historically speaking, the Caucasian race has been the worst of the worst. Good night.
Right. So who do we got up in here, man? Watching, we got one on Hollywood Israelites. All right.
Also, we're not live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube, Facebook. You understand?
I'm gonna try and get the TikTok going now. Let me see if we can get this to work. All right. I'm
I
gonna
might have the
try.
thing is that I might have to mute one of the two if I get a TikTok going. But the point is, we also have the call in number. So if you have any comments, questions, just call in the phone number. The phone lines are open. The number is 909-654-5574. Again, 909-654-5574. And for our Spanish speaking audience, as Malakma just came on, we have the call in number. El número es 909-654-5574. 909-654-5574. You understand? Feel free to call in.
It's just gonna cost a reverb, man. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you. Listen, we're not gonna go live on TikTok. It is what it is. We'll figure it out for next time. You know, most likely we'll go live.
Baby, come give me something. Oh.
Jeez, good night. My turn from podcast to DJ. You understand? Most in Christ. Right. I think that's the first show I don't have my shades on.
As you see, so you can't rock in, but I don't know. Notice my headband. You know, want to shout out Officer Yashikar, Ban Yashikar. You know what I mean? For you carnales in the school, you know,
Damn right.
Hit that canal love for these sick clean, you know, these clean headpieces. Yeah, throw me right there. You see, it says Rasa. Hold up, so like in 1 second, man. Let me advertise for this canal real quick.
Damn right. You understand? Shout out to Yashikar, Ban Yashikar, el pinche chingón de los chingones. You understand? Olivia Arnold says, Shalom. Hey, Shalom, sis. Yawa Shema.
Hey, Shalom, sis. Yawa Shema.
Water for tuning in.
So real quick, show the camera, man. This is the brother, man. This is what he makes. This is Officer Yashikar Ban Yashikar and his ribs. They get down on this man, making headbands for the raza, as you can say. See, it says raza, man.
Is that mine? No, on a real tip.
It
Olivia
could be.
said she loves seeing colored men speaking different languages than English. Bien sûr, ma chère. Yeah.
Right here, ISUPK, man, by, you know, Yashikar Ban Yashikar, man. So get in touch with that carnal, man. He'll hook you up, man, for all the brothers. And this for strictly for the ISUPK, just so y'all know. I know you fake Israelites watching, man. Think we're going to hook you up, man.
Yeah,
he probably charge you, you know, $1,000 for one. For people not trying to cop this.
They're trying to steal the drip. You
Yeah.
know, it's not gonna work. À chacun ses affaires, vous comprenez? Laissez nos affaires tranquilles. Restez dans votre coin. Vous comprenez? You know. Pas de mise en appeler Missier parce que Missier, il va pas vendre ses affaires pour vous.
All right, I'm live on the TikTok. Let's see. I know somebody could check it out, man, and see if we get any, you know.
I'm gonna tell you if there's some reverb on the TikTok just now. If no, shit, we'll jump on it. If there's reverb, I mean, we'll figure it out regardless.
Pero queremos hablar esta noche, ¿verdad? Lo que está pasando, ¿verdad? Como con lo que pasó. We want to talk about that situation in New York, right? Where you had that incident with the you know, the cops getting, you know, getting beat up, as they say. You know what's funny, I'm gonna say this. Voy a decir esto, carnal. Todos que se parecen tan, ¿verdad? Valiente y que son tan ¿verdad? Que son todos de machista y son todos macho y todos, la verdad es que son cobardes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll translate, lo traduzco al inglés para la gente que no puede hablar español. Everyone that, you know, claims to be hard and bad and real tough guys out there, you find out they're really cowards. You know what I'm saying? They're really cowards and scared and you know, this big old tyrant known as America, ¿verdad? Este tirante que se llama los Estados Unidos, ¿verdad? Que se merece un gran tirante. Es un cobarde, es un país que es un cobarde, ¿verdad?
The other one.
Go ahead.
So on the TikTok, I think because La Pura Neta doesn't have 1,000 followers yet, I cannot jump on the TikTok. Okay, Khan, are you able to hear me though on it? Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, Most High in Christ, if you could, please try to start that live. Try to start that live.
I think you could go live from Mexico and I jump from La Pura Neta.
Okay, Khan. Oh, but I don't have access to the Mexico TikTok.
No sweat, I'll go live from Mexico.
All right, no sweat. So that was a test, man. We about to hop back on. Give us a second. All right, we got Kamada in the scene, man. Okay, all right, we got Kamada in the scene, man.
Shalom, carnales.
Hey,
Shalom.
Shalom, carnales.
Who's got a speaker in their background?
It's like, are y'all in the same room?
La.
No, it was to my phone.
Oh, okay, Khan. All right, so we'll go in the comments. All right, Most High Christ. So of course we're on multiple platforms tonight. Estamos en what is it? Varios canales, ¿verdad? En el YouTube, en el Facebook y en el Instagram. Si están en esos canales, Baba Kasha, dale ¿verdad? Un like, un me gusta, ¿verdad? Sigue nuestros canales, soporte esta verdad, ¿verdad? Para que podamos seguir a sacar este mensaje, ¿verdad?
So like, try to hop on the TikTok.
Órale. Just 1 second.
Baby, come give me something.
We live right now. Shit. So like, at TikTok, we're having some technical difficulties. Give us a second. You understand?
Difficulties. Give us a second. You understand? No.
All right, I'm right here also on the TikTok.
So I hear you on the TikTok. You know what? In the TikTok, we're gonna figure out for next time because that was not too. That was the same issues we were having last time.
Damn, we almost had it, man.
Almost had it, but
I'm gonna share it on
the Bible speaks of.
I'm gonna share it on our channel. Then go live on our channel. And if people ask questions,
this is your yearly reminder that Martin Luther King Jr. was nothing but a race traitor and a sexual deviant who wanted to make his wet dream come true of sharing his bed with the daughter of his slave master.
Damn right.
I'm gonna show you not only that integration has never worked and that is stupid in itself. First of all, it's 2024. People are still getting lynched in the South. We're still getting unalived by law enforcement and still getting treated like sub-citizens. Not only that, but would you tell today the Palestinians and Israelis to integrate with each other to fix their issues? As a matter of fact, what would you think the Israelis or Palestinians would say if you tell them that integration is the solution to your problem? They'd be looking at you like a bug out because the prey cannot integrate with the predator or vice versa. Imagine deer trying to integrate with wolves and buffalo trying to integrate with lions. It sounds as crazy as all of y'all MLK followers suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. Shalom. This is your yearly reminder that Martin Luther King Jr. was nothing but a race traitor and a sexual...
All right, so Brock, y'all, I might have figured that out.
Good night.
All right, go live.
Most High Christ, so we're back like we never left.
If anybody wants to come on the TikTok, if y'all can hear me on TikTok, put a 1.
We're still on TikTok?
I started a live for TikTok. Halak said he can hear good on Facebook. He said TikTok it echoes. No sweat.
Okay, yeah, but you cannot accept any guests on TikTok. That's the only thing.
Yeah, now you can ask your questions and we'll address them. If anything, man, you know what I mean, on the live. And like I said, man, y'all tune in on our TikTok. Follow the profile, man.
Follow the ISUPK pages on all social media platforms.
Follow all of them.
Understand? Do yourself a favor. That's it, right? Oh, Salakia, the one. because immigration was one of the topic. Because really, so oppression that we're gonna talk about. I just found a crazy clip on how they're treating our brothers in Ecuador right now. If you would like me to play it,
Yeah, sure. Bubba Kasha.
this is not for sensitive viewers.
Right. ¿Qué es esto, Braquial? ¿Qué está pasando aquí, carnal?
So, La Fuerza Armadas, the armed forces, are saying that they're taking back control of the streets and the prisons by any means in Ecuador. So, this is the treatment of our Asherite brothers over there in Ecuador.
Órale.
You understand? This is how they treat us, right? Don't think that is different in Mexico, is different in Haiti, is different in Jamaica. Listen,
Right.
when Zephaniah chapter 2:1 says, "Gather together, a nation not desired," who do you think is talking about? There's no nation that is not desired like we are. Yes, the oppressor hates Arabs, yet they're still accepting Arabs refugees. They hate the Eastern Europeans, yet they let all the Ukrainians flood in. You know,
Right.
the Asians, yet they don't mind having those Asians and East Indians coming in as illegal immigrants, right? Even if they're legal, they don't mind. The point is, whether, again, immigration is not a problem. The problem is you. The problem is you, black man, is you, Hispanic man. Understand? And don't even let me start on the natives. The native people are just being reduced to segregation camps on their own land. This is crazy. Salakia.
Así es, carnal, y así los maltrata este país, ¿verdad? Lo que dijiste, yo tengo una pregunta, ¿por qué es que toda nuestra gente tiene que llegar aquí? ¿Verdad? ¿Por qué toda nuestra gente tiene que llegar aquí? Que muchos dicen que quieren llegar aquí porque ese es el país más mejor que todo el mundo, que este es el país que donde uno tiene, ¿verdad? Estás libre. No estás bajo de oprimación, ¿verdad? No, aquí no está el comunismo. Aquí no está, ¿verdad? Presidentes o, ¿cómo se dice? Dictadores malos, ¿verdad? Como allá. Y que aquí es más mejor. Aquí te dan todo y porque te dan todo, tú no tienes ningún derecho de estar enojado en cómo te trata este país. ¿Verdad, Kameda?
Can you hear me?
Khan, I can hear you.
Okay. Lo que dice Malagma es cierto. Nosotros no nos ponemos a pensar de que América podría ser peor del estado del que tú te encuentras en México, Centroamérica. ¿Tú crees que los carteles, verdad, son tu propia raza, te están destruyendo? ¿Tú no crees que América... ¿Dónde crees tú que los carteles aprendieron a abusar de su raza? Ellos aprendieron de los italianos, de los judíos, porque Bugsy Siegel era un judío. Ellos aprendieron a cómo... Somebody want to say something?
No, Simón carnal. Sí, estás correcto.
Ellos aprendieron la manera que ellos tratan a su raza es porque es un comportamiento aprendido. Nosotros aprendimos cómo comportarnos con unos a los otros de la manera que el opresor se comporta con nosotros, porque nosotros asimilamos a la cultura de ellos, y porque ellos están alrededor de nosotros, nosotros hemos adoptado, hemos asimilado al comportamiento del espíritu de esa raza. Go ahead, Malagma.
Es cierto lo que dices, carnal, que... dale, Braquial.
No, Salakia, I'm just looking for another clip. Give me 1 second, Babu Kashada, one yum.
Okay.
No sé, carnal. Pesa mucho lo que dices, carnal, porque es cierto, ¿verdad? Nosotros, ¿verdad? Nos portamos como este opresor, ¿verdad? Ese rencor que tenemos entre nosotros mismos es porque seguimos la cultura de los Estados Unidos. Hacer un pandillero es cultura de este país. Hacer criminal es cultura de este país, ¿verdad? Todo lo malo, lo que hace uno a otro, ¿verdad? Eso es cultura de este país. Y con esa historia de lo que pasó en Nueva York, ¿verdad? Con esos migrantes, eso es lo que hacen ellos. Dime, si alguien me puede decir, ¿cuál raza no hace ningún crimen? ¿Cuál raza de gente hay que no ha hecho ningún crimen? Que no ha asaltado a la policía, que no ha violado ninguna ley. Dímela. Dime la raza de gente que está allí que no hace ningún mal. ¿Verdad? Porque eso te va a decir el problema que nosotros sufrimos, carnales. Eso es la supremacía blanca, ¿verdad? Nosotros creemos que estos opresores, ellos no hacen ningún mal en este país. ¿Verdad? Que ellos se portan muy bien y son gente tan santa y nosotros somos tan malos. ¿Verdad? Y eso es el problema que tenemos que ¿verdad? Atacar, ¿verdad? A arreglar. Mientras tú buscas esa historia, Barakel, voy a hablar de la situación en Nueva York.
I was looking for the clip, basically. You understand?
Lo voy a encontrar en el YouTube. Okay, aquí está. Lo voy a compartir.
Y si puedo, Malagma.
Go ahead, canal.
Esa es la cosa, de que la razón por que nosotros somos malditos con unos a los otros es porque en el Dios en el que nosotros creemos, ¿verdad? Que no es Jesucristo blanco, que no es Jesucristo de la Biblia, pero sí es Jesucristo blanco. Y ese es un hombre que vivió en la vida real por nombre de César Borgia. César Borgia asesinó a su hermano. Se acostaba con su hermana, cometía incesto, abusaba de los menores y vivía una vida alternativa. Y es la razón por que nosotros nos hacemos daño unos a los otros de esa forma, que abusan de los niños, cometen incesto, ¿verdad? Porque en el día de Navidad y en el día de Acción de Gracia se tienen que sentar en la misma mesa con su abusador. Asesinan a su propia raza y viven una vida alternativa. Y la razón es porque Jesucristo blanco, tú no te sostienes culpable o no te vas a sostener culpable porque tu Dios es un culpable, pero no el Cristo de la Biblia. Cristo de la Biblia era un hombre moreno perfecto y él vino a demostrarnos para enseñarnos cómo nos vino a enseñar hermandad, carnalismo. Es por eso que tú no eres un carnal con tu raza, porque el Jesucristo blanco nunca fue un carnal, mató a su propio hermano. ¿Cómo vas a aprender carnalismo a través de la religión cuando el hombre que pusieron como Jesucristo no tiene carnalismo?
Y eso pesa mucho, carnal, porque es cierto lo que dices, ¿verdad? Jesucristo, ¿verdad? Enseñó carnalismo entre nosotros, que uno, ¿verdad? Ama a su prójimo como a él o ella misma o mismo, ¿verdad? Imagínate todos los problemas que ya paran si nosotros seguíamos eso, si nosotros seguiremos eso, ¿verdad? Todos los problemas que están en el barrio, que están en las casas, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo para eso si nosotros siguiéramos eso en serio, ¿verdad? Y no nomás seguir las mentiras de la iglesia cristiana y la iglesia católica, ¿verdad? Que te hacen creer que los santos son los opresores. Tú vas a creer sencillamente que un Dios, ¿verdad? Va a tener a ti, ¿verdad? En el mismo, ¿verdad? Cielo junto con tu opresor. ¿Tú crees que los alemanes van a estar ahí con los judíos juntos y contentos? ¿O los judíos con los palestinos? Y digo esta palabra judío porque con contexto, ¿verdad? Porque sabemos, ¿verdad? ¿Quién es quién? Pero digo eso para ¿verdad? Enseñar mi punto. Pueblos que están en guerra no van a estar juntos así, ¿verdad? En las nubes y así, ¿verdad? Como portándose como, ¿cómo lo puedo decir, camarada? Todos de amigos mejores. Así lo voy a decir para que no paren el video, ¿verdad? Esto es la mentira de la iglesia cristiana que imponen a nosotros. Y eso es el problema. Por eso nosotros, ¿verdad? Somos, ¿verdad? Nuestros propios enemigos, porque nos portamos así como el opresor. Pero aquí voy a jugar el video, ¿verdad? Mientras Raquel hace lo que hace.
I couldn't find a clip.
No es problema, carnal. No te preocupes. Que lo tengo yo. Eso va a ser un video de reacción.
Seguridad en el que se ven a al menos 13 hombres, al parecer migrantes, golpeando a 2 policías, ha desencadenado un revuelo político en Nueva York y aumentan las voces a favor de endurecer las políticas migratorias. Este lunes, la gobernadora Kathy Hochul se pronunció por el acuerdo bipartidista alcanzado en el Senado.
Número 1, cambios para endurecer las leyes de asilo. Número 2, 1,4 mil millones para las localidades y estados. El estado de Nueva York recibiría una parte y con esto la ciudad de Nueva York. Pero necesitamos el dinero ahora mismo y también cerrar la frontera, como ha dicho el presidente Biden.
La gobernadora también sostuvo una reunión con el fiscal de Manhattan, Alvin Bragg, luego de que una gran mayoría de los implicados quedaran en libertad sin fianza.
Imagínate eso. Yo tengo una pregunta. ¿De qué está hablando ella? ¿Que cerrar la frontera porque esto pasó? ¿De qué? ¿Qué quiere decir con eso? Si lo tienes que decir en inglés, dile en inglés para que le entiendo.
Immigration is not the problem. You understand? Immigration is the problem. Listen, you think those people who are born in America are not tired of the oppression they suffer at the hands of all these oppressors, not just the police? Like, why are you blaming the result or the aftermath of our oppression on immigration? When did immigration ever caused any assault or a spike in criminality? Right?
Right.
You understand? Where if you want to blame those actions on immigration, why didn't you blame the rise in crime when it came to the mafia when all those Italians came over here?
God.
You understand? Why didn't y'all blame the all the Irish immigrating over here for the spike in crime with the Irish mob? Why don't y'all blame the Asians coming over here for the spike in crime in the Chinatowns? Because yes, it happens. Chinatown. Good night.
God.
It's crazy what happens in the Chinatowns throughout America and Canada. Like, listen, on the west coast of Canada in British Columbia, there is good night. You would think this is the LA of East of Asia, with all those Asian gangs and East Indian gangs. Like you would see the East Indian with the turban on his head. These niggas are gangbangers over there.
Imagínate eso, carnal.
And no one is talking about, well, you know, maybe we should close the border to the East Indians. Maybe we should close the borders for the Asians.
Si puedo.
Close the borders for the Arabs. No,
Right.
the only issue they have with is when it comes to Latinos or Black people coming over here, that's the real issue. The issue is not immigration. They don't care about immigration. Because do you think they don't have the power to just close the border to anyone? They do. They have the power. They could shut down the border. America is the most militarized country on the face of the earth. Do you think they cannot survey the border?
Right.
At night with rotating shifts? They can. which shows you immigration is really not the problem. You are the problem, black men. You are the problem, Hispanic men. That's it. It's not immigration. They just hate your guts. Nothing more, nothing less. Slovakia.
Y si puedo, yo no escuché cuál es el contexto, cuál es la verdadera historia de esta golpiza. Solamente están enseñando un video donde yo miro que parece que están luchando en el piso, pero ¿por qué? ¿Cuál es la historia? ¿Cómo sucede? ¿Cómo llegó a ese punto? Porque para mí suena como que están haciendo un objetivo, y el objetivo es decir, usar el punto de que los inmigrantes son violentos. Tenemos que cerrar la frontera. Eso es como lo que suena. Porque ¿dónde está toda la historia? ¿Cómo es que llegaron a ese punto? Solamente nos están dando y están pintando que los inmigrantes son violentos. Pero quién sabe si el policía atacó a ese latino. ¿Dónde está todo el video? ¿Cómo sucedió que llegó a ese punto? ¿Verdad? Porque suena como que están usando este video para empujar que los latinos son violentos.
Right.
Eso es lo que suena para mí.
That's the crazy part, you know, because
listen, with all the footage that we see from the state of Israel bombarding the Palestinians, you know, just committing a ethnical genocide on Palestinian kids, no one is saying, well, you know what, that Jewish man that's digging them tunnels, his people are violent and disgusting people. Yes, and no one is saying that. No one is saying, you know what, the Arab man is violent, he's blowing up buildings. No one is saying that.
Right.
Like the East Indians, good night. They're not painting the image of the East Indians being one of the most deviants, sexual deviants over here, when they have a culture of being sexual deviants. Over there, when you go to India, is there, and I think they have like one of the highest rates. You understand? They have like one of the highest rates of like sexual assaults over there, and it's for them it's cultural. No one is talking about that. But when it's time to paint a bad picture on Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, is damn near second nature. It's like it's a must.
Salakia, Kanal, just real quick, I was trying to give you an applause.
Salakia, I don't want.
You know, but it's crazy where,
just like Trump said, well, Mexico ain't saying they're best people, and guess what? They're gonna go on a dark web, look for a footage of some cartel members just dismembering someone and say, you know what, this is Mexican people. You know, they're gonna talk about West Indian people like the Jamaicans and everything and whatever, or the Haitians. They're gonna look for some footage or some decapitated bodies, and you know what, this is the Haitian people, not knowing the context of everything. That's why context is so important. Like I could look right now, you understand, for any type of footage showing how despicable white people are.
Right.
You need the footage. Like it was documented by the men of Christopher Columbus, how the Spaniards, the Portuguese, the French, the British were, you understand, and still are today. There's footage of them in the 90s just assaulting the native Indians on the reservation 30 minutes from where I live, just throwing rocks at them. Why? They don't need a reason on why they do that. But then the crazy part is that we go with their propaganda, but when we say, listen, the white man's the devil, he's the most evil beast on the face of the earth, people are going to turn around and tell us, well, not all white people are like that. Not my white people, not the white people I know, not the one I grew up with.
Así
The one
es.
we grew up with is just a sleeper cell devil. That's all he is. They're just waiting for the signal. That's it. They're waiting for the signal. When it's time to go, it's time to go. They're not going to think twice whether they grew up with you or not. You know, nobody's going to compromise the integrity, the compassion, the love they have for their people just to save another nation.
Right.
You know, if you think that, you're even sicker than we thought.
Right.
Okay.
If I could, carnal, lo que dices pesa mucho, ¿sabes? Lo que está diciendo mi carnal oficial Barack, la verdad es que es la hipocresía de este país, que usan esas historias para decir que todos los latinos son malos, son violentos. No debemos de dejarlos entrar a este país. Mientras, ¿verdad? Cuando viene a ellos, pues nos dicen, oh, pues no puedes decir eso de todos los gringos. Todos no son malos, hay buenos. No podemos ser racistas como ellos, ¿verdad? En hablar del mal, lo que hacen ellos. ¿Por qué ustedes están hablando del pasado? Eso ya pasó. Nosotros no nos enojamos eso. No somos como los negros, ¿verdad? That's what they say. Salakia, ¿verdad? Es lo que dicen. Más o menos ustedes no entienden que los negros y los latinos, ¿verdad? Los morenos y los mexicanos somos la misma raza, ¿verdad? Y ahora en inglés, it's heavy you touch on that because it's true. Like, it's such hypocrisy and such a double standard. What do I always say, Barack? This oppressor loves changing the rules. You know what I mean?
Right.
When it comes to them, they magically change the rules. I'm pretty sure there's footage of Ukrainians attacking police officers or doing some kind of criminal activity. You ain't never gonna hear anybody say we can't let them Ukrainians in here. I'm pretty sure there's probably something going on with the Chinese, the Palestinians, the East Indians, and you will never hear America say we cannot let them in. Right? But let a so-called Hispanic steal something. Let them look at an Edomite the wrong way. Let them breathe on an Edomite the wrong way. Oh, man, we got to close the border.
Damn. Salakia, one. If I remember correctly, right, when those Afghani refugees were flooding to America, I think not even a week later, some Afghani man was caught sexually assaulting a woman.
Good night.
No one said, let's close the border to the Afghanis.
Right.
That's
right. Ain't no, oh, we got to protect this country from, Al-Qaeda or Hamas, the Taliban. None of that. Nada de eso, carnal. Cuando viene a ellos, a las otras naciones. Deje que un mexicano, un latino, ¿verdad? Mira mal a un gringo y van a querer cerrar la frontera. Y como dijo mi carnal oficial Camadá, ¿verdad? ¿Qué pasó antes que empezó todo eso? ¿Tú crees que ellos nomás golpearon a la policía nomás para golpearlos? Algo pasó y va a salir la verdad. Va a salir la verdad de lo que pasó. Voy a jugar el resto del video.
Y según la policía, 4 de ellos viajaron en un autobús a la frontera de California y México. Solo uno fue trasladado a la cárcel con una fianza de $15,000. El alcalde hizo un llamado a una revisión de las leyes de fianzas vigentes en la ciudad.
Creo que es importante que el organismo gubernamental encargado de las leyes diga si cree que necesitamos reexaminar aspectos de la mencionada ley. Y creo que esa es la pregunta que deben responder y los neoyorquinos deben tomar la decisión. Si se comete un delito particularmente violento, si se agrede a agentes de la policía en la calle y la persona indocumentada es declarada culpable, el gobierno federal debería deportarla.
Diferentes agencias, funcionarios públicos y senadores han pedido una respuesta federal con deportación para los implicados. Ángela González, Voz de América, Nueva York.
Y esa es otra pregunta, Malagma.
Dile, Camada.
If I could.
Dale, canal.
Esa es otra pregunta. ¿Qué es lo que fueron la jura? ¿Qué fue a hacer allí? ¿Por qué no están diciendo? Muchas de las veces tú escuchas, oh, la policía fue porque había una llamada de violencia doméstica. La policía fue porque estaban vendiendo droga. La policía fue por una razón. Si ya los están señalando como violentos, también sacarían eso a la luz. oh, porque ellos están incorrectos, o dijeran, ¿sabes qué? La policía fue y los quiso detener por esta razón y terminaron cometiendo violencia contra la policía. Eso suena como que la policía fue allí para provocarlos, para provocar de que ellos cometan algo para que puedan decir, ¿sabes qué? Son violentos, puedan decir, ¿sabes qué? Ellos están contra la policía. No, es una razón porque ellos quieren pintar violencia contra los latinos.
Canal, eso es lo que es.
¿Y por qué? Porque, ese es el punto, ¿por qué? Porque quieren, o no sé si quieren, pero un hombre que está empujando de cerrar la frontera es Donald Trump. Y él está corriendo otra vez por América. Y Donald Trump sabe que América está cayendo, porque lo que tú escuchas de cuando él sale a hablar es de que podemos hacer grandes otra vez, podemos hacer ricos. Él dice, podemos hacer esto otra vez porque él sabe de que América se está cayendo. Pero, ¿y por qué se está cayendo América? Porque como oficial Camadá, como oficial Barack Obama y como todos los otros oficiales que son morenos, estamos unificando a los negros, latinos e indonativos. Y es lo que realmente ellos quieren parar. Ellos no quieren que los negros y los latinos se unan. ¿Por qué? Porque eso es lo que va a apresurar la destrucción de América.
Sí es. Eso es lo que ellos saben que tienen poquito tiempo, Canadá. Eso es la situación. Por eso es que se están portando así, ¿verdad? ¿Qué es el dicho de Donald Trump? Que hacer los Estados Unidos mejor otra vez. ¿Por qué? Porque ellos ya saben que los Estados Unidos no está bien, ¿verdad? Que está en posición mala, ¿verdad? Eso es porque es la razón que ahí está Donald Trump diciendo lo que está haciendo. Y todo eso es para que Donald Trump pueda ganar, ¿verdad? Eso es lo que es.
Y también esto,
dale, canal.
Esto es otra cosa, que esto es propaganda para meterle a la gente y diga, sí, un salvadoreño, un centroamericano que odia a un mexicano que es su propia raza, o nosotros nos odiamos, y va a decir, sí, ¿sabes qué? Tienen que cerrar la frontera para que esa gente violenta no entre a Estados Unidos. Y así es como otra vez, es un comportamiento aprendido. Te están enseñando para que tú aprendas cómo odiar a tu raza. Cuando dicen, ¿sabes qué? Cierra la frontera. Cuando dicen, ¿sabes qué? En Arizona, en Texas, en Florida, cuando dicen, si tú aparentas ser indocumentado, te vamos a perfilar y te vamos a chequear a ver si tienes tus papeles. Si no, te vamos a sacar de América. Eso es lo que es, que están empujando para que todos que escuchen lo que ellos dicen o son violentos, son indocumentados, comienzan a decir la misma cosa. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no dicen, sabes qué? Los chinos también son así, esos mongolos, los árabes. ¿Por qué ellos no dicen, sabes qué? Si un árabe aparenta no tener sus papeles, lo vamos a investigar. Y si no tiene sus papeles, lo vamos a sacar de América, mandarlo para atrás a su país. ¿Por qué? Porque como dijo Barack Obama, nosotros somos el problema. Porque somos los verdaderos descendientes de los hijos de Israel.
Y eso es lo que es, ¿verdad? Porque no hacen esto a ninguna otra raza de gente, Canadá. No lo hacen contra los palestinos, no lo hacen contra los ucranios, no lo hacen contra los chinos, no lo hacen contra los árabes, los hindús, los africanos. Pero si es un latino, olvídate. Si es un haitiano, olvídate, ¿verdad? Todos son violentos. Tenemos que cerrar la frontera, ¿verdad? ¿Me entienden? Y eso es el problema con este país, ¿verdad? Este es un... Y la gente quiere decir que no existe racismo. Todo esto es de racismo. Alguien no ataca a la policía. Estos muchachos no se, ¿verdad? Despertaron en la mañana y empezaron, voy a ir a atacar a la policía, ¿verdad? Hay otro video que quiero encontrar, ¿verdad? Donde los están, ¿verdad? Mira esto, mira cómo, por eso digo que el opresor es el diablo. No, espérame para encontrar el video. ¿Dónde está el
Mientras que encuentras ese video, Malagma, te voy a decir de una historia, de esto sucedió en historia. Los japoneses, algún tiempo de historia, los japoneses eran los enemigos de América. ¿Y qué es lo que sucedió? Ellos hicieron un pacto y América comenzó a decir cosas positivas de los mongolos. Comenzaron a decir que eran gente académica, que era gente buena, esto es el otro. ¿Y qué es lo que sucedió? En menos de 10 años, la gente cambió su perspectiva acerca de los mongolos japoneses. Ya no los miraban con odio, los miraban como una gente educada, una gente inteligente. Y cuando ellos comienzan a decir los latinos son violentos, esto es el otro, lo que están haciendo es darnos una imagen negativa. ¿Para qué? Para que el mundo nos odie.
Canal. Play the right one for you, Commandant. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
were you able to hear that? Okay, hold on.
I was telling a joke.
Nah. I got a new recorder, so I'm trying to get the right. Hold on,
Okay,
let me find. I gotta find a better applause, man. I just just trying to get the hang of this new soundboard. So you know what I mean. Let's see what we could use. Hold on for the future. Nope.
You gotta find one with some whistles in there.
This one for you, coming up.
Shit, what we need a grito.
This is for if someone can't answer. If someone can't answer and they wait a long time.
Órale.
This is if someone says something dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need the whole thing properly.
Says, you know, you got someone says something. If someone says something that's suspect, we're gonna.
Right there.
Like, hold up. Oh man. But yeah, Salakia, just for now, man. If you brothers drop heavy points, you're gonna get an air horn. You know what I'm saying? And man, yeah, for now, Salakia.
Salakia, when I have a perfect clip to show that our oppressor is the goddamn devil, the Bible.
Show it out.
Give me 1 second.
Sleeping. He points to the Motel 8, and according to this defense motion, he left the motel outside while on the phone with his mother.
Why aren't you eating inside? What? Okay, I've got some comments.
Not sure if y'all can hear the clip, but basically the brother doesn't speak English.
There was no reason to search him in that moment.
Yeah, so if there's...
Hablo mi idioma indígena.
That's one of the clip. He guatemalteco, right?
Right. Simón, carnal. Ahora todos están hablando de la pobre policía. ¿Se olvidaron lo que pasó unas semanas antepasado? Salakia. Hace unas 2 o 3 o un mes que ha pasado, ¿verdad, Kameda? Que esa situación pasó en Florida.
Yeah.
Y nadie dijo nada. No hablaron en contra de la policía.
Nadie dijo nada contra la violencia brutal de la chota.
Come on.
has responded saying,
Attorney who says this.
after which Kunovich collapsed and died at the hospital. Aguilar Mendez is charged with manslaughter and resisting arrest. Is there a civil case here at all?
Well, that's what we're reviewing so far. Hispanics in general, those.
Where was the
¿Qué
outcry?
está diciendo ahí? Salakia, ¿hay más a ese video, Brachiala? Is there more to that video, priest?
Not on that Instagram post, right?
Dang, you heard what he was trying to say at the end, ¿verdad? Eso es lo que estaba tratando de decir al fin. Algo de los hispanos.
Right. So even his sister said the way they be putting allegations on people be crazy. Listen, sis, that video we just shown you, that brother they were arresting is currently being charged with manslaughter because that sheriff who
homicidio.
That sheriff who tried to arrest him suffered a heart attack during the scuffle.
¿Sabes lo que pasó, raza? El más altísimo lo castigó a ese, ¿cómo se dice? A ese animal. Por tratar de abusar a ese carnal, lo agarró el más altísimo. Eso es lo que pasó.
You understand? This is what we go through. This is what we've been going through for the past, more than 500 centuries. What did they do? To try to Moses. They said Moses was a murderer. Moses has to run away because he was protecting his people. What are they doing to Alex Enamorado?
Right.
Charging him with all types of charges just because he was standing up with food vendors.
Right. Simón carnal. Alex Enamorado y los 7 otros carnales y mujeres que estaban con él, ¿verdad? Los tienen todavía presos en la cárcel y no los quieren dejar ir. Y voy a decir algo que es muy triste. Voy a jugar este video, carnales. Is there no sound? Hold on.
And there was no sound while I was playing the clip.
Hold on. How about now? You hear sound?
What? I don't speak English.
That's how you feel about this country?
And Salaki, you know, it was crazy. They're saying, is that how you respect the country? Is that how you feel about this country? Listen, how should we feel about America or Canada? What is there to respect? Y'all are on stolen land.
Simón, carnal, es cierto eso, ¿verdad? Todas las preguntas que le están haciendo a ellos. Salakia, Brachiala.
God, this is crazy. How dare you ask me if I respect? Hell the fuck no, I don't respect Salakia. Hell no, I don't respect this country. Listen, if I could right now, good night. What is there to respect about this country? Listen, if I see a Canadian, American, French flag, Spanish flag on fire, best believe I'm not putting out the fire. I'm probably roasting popcorn over it.
Right.
What are you talking about?
If I could,
respect the country.
Yeah, right.
If this is how I think, you don't even know. Like, listen. How dare you ask us what we think about the empire that's oppressing us, that's running on our oppression that we you understand? Like, ask the natives what they feel about this country. How about that?
Y eso pesa mucho, Brachiala, porque esto es el problema, carnal. Vistes en la página en que mira lo que dice la página. El título, ¿verdad? La tema, miran ahí lo que dice, lo voy a leer en inglés. This is of course from Pura Cultura podcast, ¿verdad? These guys are setting us back years. That's the first thing they said, right? And they're not the only ones. Ellos no son los únicos. Hay varios, ¿verdad? Gente y grupos, ¿verdad? Que están, ¿verdad? Hablando en contra de esos carnales. Voy a decir algo. entiendo, ¿verdad? Que no es justo que nuestra gente se porte así, ¿verdad? Y que, ¿verdad? Atacan a gente. Pero primero una cosa, este video, ¿verdad? Las preguntas que le están haciendo a estos carnales no tienen nada que ver con lo que está pasando. Lo que está haciendo este opresor es que quiere empujar la propaganda que ellos odian al país. Que ellos tienen, ¿verdad? Son contra los Estados Unidos, que es una gran conspiración que están dejando entrar gente que quieren atacar policías. Cuando eso nomás son unos 6 muchachos que a lo mejor estaban defendiendo a sus carnales, ¿verdad? La policía los paró por una razón y eso no se habla. No dice por qué los pararon la policía, ¿verdad? Pero bien quieren hacerlos mirar como que ellos son contra el país, que es una acta de guerra, preguntándoles por así se sienten del país, cuando ellos ni dijeron ninguna cosa del país. El muchacho dijo que no hablaba inglés, que no entiende. No dijo, ¿verdad? No dijo F America. You know what I mean? Let me say it in English. This is why the oppressor is the devil, man. The questions that they were giving these young men. You know what I mean? This is how you feel about the country. This is how you respect this country. When they had nothing to say about America. The cat said he didn't speak English.
And you know what's crazy, other one?
So, I got you. Si puedo, Braga. Lo más quiero decir esto. These oppressors are making it seem like these cats assaulted the police in the name of Venezuela, in the name of the Latino people, in the name of the raza. They attacked the police. This is why we can't let them in. Like this, the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of because of how he lies. The lies and the propaganda. It had nothing to do with that, man. Tenía nada que ver con eso, ¿verdad? And let's say if they did hate America. Decimos si ellos sinceramente tenían rencor, si lo hicieron por eso. ¿Por qué crees que se sienten así? ¿Por qué tienen que venir de Venezuela para acá? ¿Qué hizo los Estados Unidos a Venezuela? What did America do to Venezuela? Why do people have to immigrate over here, quote unquote? Y'all really think people come over here because this is the land of the free, the home of the brave, and this is the greatest country in the world. We got freedom. You can get a job over here, a minimum wage job where you get spat on. That's what you get over here if you're undocumented. You get to work construction and they get spat on by the foreman who will take advantage of you because you don't have, documentation.
Hey, even if you do, it's not that better.
Right. You know what I'm saying? This is the lies. And this is what blows my mind out. What blows my mind, and this is really sad, is that I've seen this group and a bunch of other podcasters speak against the raza and speak for America. These are supposed to be podcasters that are supposed to be pro-raza. Talking about, oh, they're making us look bad. Oh, they should be deported. Oh, this is setting us back. Why in the hell are you trying to explain yourself to the oppressor?
Right.
What in the hell? When any other nation, when this oppressor does stuff, they never explain themselves to us. The white man never explains himself to us. No other nation of people answers for the crimes their people do. But we'll speak against our own. We'll condemn our own, turn against our own in the name of America. The hell with America. ¿Verdad? Que Dios traiga justicia a los Estados Unidos. Que caiga este país por el mal que hace a nuestra gente. Y yo tengo el derecho de decir eso, porque es la verdad. Destruyeron a Venezuela, destruyeron a Sudamérica, destruyeron a Latinoamérica, a El Salvador, a México. Y nosotros no podemos estar enojados por eso. We're not allowed to be mad about what this country does to us. That's how you know we're slaves in this country, canales.
Right.
Eso es la prueba que nosotros somos esclavos, que nos quitan el derecho de estar enojados por cómo nos maltrata. Y es nuestra propia raza que se hace enemigos a nosotros, que hablan en contra de nosotros, porque ellos tienen miedo. All them podcasters, all them groups speaking against the NYC, I don't know what they're called, right? The NYC situation, it's because y'all fear this oppressor, man. I
Right.
cannot believe in this day and age, that you got cats that are supposed to be hardcore, tough guys, scared of this oppressor, man. That's what blows my mind. Y'all are afraid of the white man. Well, you know what? Here in the eyes, Super and the Commanding General Hana, we fear nothing but the Lord. We not scared of this oppressor. Y'all go ahead and be scared. We gonna keep speaking out against this country. We gonna keep getting them boots kissed. We gonna keep doing what we have to do, man, to serve the Most High. Vamos a hacer lo que tenemos que hacer, a servir al más altísimo, ¿verdad? Si se ofenden porque decimos la verdad, porque nos besan nuestras botas, ¿verdad? Ustedes son tan machistas y tienen miedo a este opresor. Son cobardes. Esto es el problema con ustedes. Quieren ganar el amor de este opresor. Este opresor nunca te va a amar, carnal. Nunca te va a amar a ti ni a tu raza. Eso es la verdad. ¿Verdad? Pero con eso, ¿verdad? Yo les doy al ¿quién quiere hablar? Salakio.
Salakio, I'm just going to say this, Arwan. Imagine, you understand, let's flip the whole script around, and how about asking them, so what do you feel about 9/11? What do you think about Afghanistan? What do you think about those terrorists who blew up the Twin Towers? What do you think about it? Or turn around and ask the Jewish men, what do you think about Germany? What do you think about the Nazis? What do you think about them? You understand?
Right.
Let's ask these questions, right? And let's see what their answer is. You understand? Because again, how dare you ask people you're oppressing and on who you committed a genocide for damn near 400 or 500 years? Is that what you think about the empire that I built off of the blood, sweat, tears of your ancestors? Is this the respect you have for the man that committed a genocide on your people?
Right.
That's exactly the question that he asked. Like, how dare you ask me what I think? It's like turning around and asking blacks, Latinos, and Native, what do you think about white people? Are you serious?
Right.
Why don't you love white people? Why? Listen, not that I hate white people, but what is there to love about white people? What is there to love about them? And even if you get us out the picture for argument's sake for a second, they committed genocide throughout the face of the earth. What is there to love? You understand? But now, because we only give a damn about our people, coming back to us now, why should we have any love for them?
Right.
Why should we have any respect? Like, what is there to fantasize about them? The only thing they're good at is slaughtering people and being sexual deviant. So what is good about being Caucasian? They even slaughter their own people. What is there to love about them? How could I ever respect them? You understand? They come over here to say, you know what? We conquered the land. Now you have to love the empire we built on the bones of your ancestors.
Right.
They have the caucasity to say that, and we're just supposed to say, you know what? Yes, sir. Yes, Massa. No, us. Yes, Mr. White Man. No, Mr. White Man. The hell with you, Mr. White Man. Your empire is finna burn down, Mr. White Man. How about that?
Right.
Kiss the boot, Mr. White Man. So I can kiss the boot, devil. That sounds way better. It's like, it's a relief of the spirit of my soul. It's like, good night. You understand? We're not saying, listen, brothers, just we understand oppression make it the wise man mad, but don't go assaulting no police officers.
Right.
But we understand the oppression that we go through, and we understand the result of that oppression. Listen, it's crazy. We had the law class earlier with ISPK Toronto. after the law class, there's a brother. Listen, he came on the TikTok. He was damn near crying about the oppression that the Native Americans suffered on the reservations. The brother was damn near in tears. You could hear every time we interact with our people. I hear it in their voices. It's insane. The amount of pain that what do you think that a lot of our brothers and sisters, when they make music that might sound depressive. Listen, we're a people that's been destroyed and that cannot get back up. Every time we get back up, they don't spit in our face. They kick us down. They make sure they break our legs so that we never are able to get back up. And then you're gonna ask us, why is your music sounding so depressive, or why is it sounds sad? And listen, the music sounds so sad. We had to invent the goddamn blues. What is the blues? The blues is just being sad. It's being oppressed. This is the result of our oppression. You understand? Listen, even the music that we listen, our music comes from our oppression.
Right.
Why it always sounds sad. This is why we always sound mad. We always sound. Listen, today these brothers sound like they're committing suicide on music, literally. I'm not even mentioning all the drug use, right? But listen, the reason why we like this is because we're oppressed. Salakia, one.
Let me just share one last clip and then we're going to close out.
Excellent, if I could.
Go ahead, Canal.
Y lo que está diciendo Officer Barack Ya'ala es cierto. Nosotros no les estamos diciendo a ustedes que salgan y cometan violencia. Pero eso es lo que la Biblia enseña, de que nos tenemos que apartar y separar. ¿Y cómo lo haces? Con odio. Odio no significa que le vas a alzar violencia contra las otras razas. Odio, acorde a la Biblia, significa de que tú te vas a separar, vas a odiar la cultura de ellos, vas a odiar a los dioses de ellos, vas a odiar todos los días festivos de ellos. Así es como nosotros tenemos que luchar contra el opresor y todas las otras razas. Es a través de separación. Y la manera que lo haces es odiar, porque el rey David dijo que no los odio a ellos, los que te odian a ti. Y estaba hablando de los que odian a Dios. Lo que Dios odia, nosotros debemos de odiar. Y lo que Dios ama es lo que nosotros debemos de amar. Y ese amor solamente puede ser entregado a uno de tu raza. ¿Qué es lo que esperas? ¿Qué es lo que esperas en parar y abandonar el amor hacia América? Saca tu amor de América y entrégale un poquito a tu raza. Tú nunca le has entregado amor a tu raza. Tu amor tu raza no sabe qué es lo que se siente recibir amor de uno de su propia raza. ¿Por qué? Porque tú estás entretenido en entregarle todo tu amor en América. Pero el día que tú entregues tu amor a tu raza, es el día que Dios va a pensar en protegerte. Ahorita tú no tienes protección. ¿Por qué? Porque tú crees que el opresor es el que te protege. Pero ¿cómo es que te puede proteger tu enemigo? Un enemigo nunca va a proteger al que tiene señalado para destruir. Él nunca va a tener tu mejor interés en mente. Y es lo que te queremos despertar con la verdad de Dios. De que Dios odia especialmente al opresor. Eso lo encuentras en la Biblia. Y lo que Dios odia, nosotros debemos de odiar. Y Él requiere de que seamos un pueblo santo a Él. Significa un pueblo separado. Nosotros nos tenemos que separar de América, dejar de creer en todo lo que América empuja, porque eso es lo que nos está destruyendo como una raza.
No, pesa mucho, carnal, y nomás, ¿verdad? Iba a compartir este video antes que cerramos, ¿verdad? Pero mira esto, ¿verdad? So es todo lo que hacen, ¿verdad? Hacen bromas de nosotros, ¿verdad? Hacen bromas de nosotros y quieren lo que pasó con ese video, ¿verdad? Es que quisieron decir que los Estados Unidos está dejando entrar, ¿verdad? Pandilleros. Por todo lo que está pasando, ¿verdad? Es lo que están dejando entrar. Y usaron ese carnal para empujar esa propaganda. Él dio una respuesta buena, ¿verdad? Que cuando nuestra gente llega para acá, no llegan aquí, ¿verdad? Imaginándose que iban a ser criminales y que iban a ser pandilleros. Vienen aquí para una vida mejor, ¿verdad? Escapar el infierno que está allí en verdad, en la casa, ¿verdad? En Venezuela, en Latinoamérica, en Sudamérica. Todas las guerras y todo eso están escapando, son refugios, ¿verdad? Y eso es el problema que nosotros, ¿verdad? Que este opresor hace, ¿verdad? Como dijimos, por eso decimos que ellos son el diablo que dice la Santa Biblia, porque ellos van y destruyen nuestro país, ¿verdad? Y después nos ponen en condiciones para que nosotros tenemos que hacer, ¿verdad? A ese estilo de vida. Y así nos agarran, ¿verdad? Todo esto es propaganda nomás para que puedan, ¿verdad? A poner a nuestros jóvenes, ¿verdad? En las cárceles, ¿verdad? Para agarrar ese, ¿verdad? Ese trabajo de ellos gratis. Es lo que quieren. Usan a nosotros como esclavos. Eso es lo que hace este país. Y nosotros tenemos que ponernos las pilas y aprender la onda de ellos, ¿verdad? Pero con eso, ¿verdad? Ya estamos al fin de este programa, de este episodio número 5. Si un canal quiere decir otra cosa más, vamos a cerrar.
Canal de Pacut.
Pinche diablo que habla la Biblia.
Dale,
canal. Pero estos, la ignorancia de nosotros, de que nunca nos preguntamos cómo es que estos hermanos llegaron a ser pandilleros, criminales. ¿Dónde es que aprendieron a ser criminales, pandilleros, violentos? ¿Quién es el responsable de enseñarle a estos hermanos a ser como son? Y ese es el opresor. El opresor, Al Capone, fue el primero que cometió una balacera en la cuadra. Y de ahí son aprendieron los carnales. Luciano, Bugsy Siegel, todos estos verdaderos criminales, ellos son los criminales originales. De ahí es donde la raza aprendió, porque ese es el estilo de vida del opresor. Hacer drogas. Y Dios te está dejando saber de que si tú sigues asimilando a la cultura de ellos, vas a acabar como ellos. La razón por que estamos en el centro de la ciudad desalmados, porque ese es el estilo de vida de ellos, ser vagabundos, no tener hogar, pero porque nosotros queremos vivir como ellos, es la razón por que estamos en el infierno, que es una condición baja. ¿Y dónde aprendimos? Aprendimos de una raza que es baja, porque la Biblia dice que los latinos, los negros y los indios nativos debemos de estar encima, pero no estamos encima. ¿Por qué? Porque quieres vivir, quieres hacer como el opresor.
Sí, es canal. Por aquí habla, ¿quiere decir algo, canal?
Kyle.
At the end of the day, listen.
Solution to the oppression is coming to the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Universal y Práctico. You understand? Without the ISUPK, you're gonna remain Listen, you're gonna remain oppressed the way you are because you're not in the truth. It's that simple. You understand? Come into the ISPK, learn. You understand your true identity. Understand that your oppressor is an evil beast, in that he will never have compassion for you. That you should never ever try to integrate with a people that slaughtered your people and committed genocide and oppressing you in order to build the successful empire that they have, right? You're gonna understand that a lot of brothers, listen, a lot of brothers and sisters, they're gonna have to experience more oppression and unbearable oppression before they wake up and decide to separate from these oppressors. That's the sad part, because where the Bible says we're stiff-necked people, we're hard-headed. But listen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come to a point where you're gonna understand the hard way that you're gonna have to separate from these oppressors. You're gonna have to unite so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians. We're all gonna have to unite because we're one family in the first place. We're one family, we're one people in Slovakia. Under the ISUPK, there is nothing, Slovakia, I mean, outside of the ISUPK, there is nothing but death.
Right.
There's nothing but death, and you're gonna realize real soon, Lord willing, all of our brothers and sisters come into the ISUPK. If not, you're gonna have to come back in the kingdom. But the point is, it's gonna come a time where it's gonna be to each his own, and that time is coming very soon. So you're gonna have to come back to stand with your people. When I say your people, it's not just Mexicans side with Mexicans, Salvadoreños with Salvadoreños, Haitians with Haitians. Listen, we're the same people, so we have to gather together under one banner and be like-minded, one spirit, you understand, one body. That's really what it is. We have to start loving each other. If we can't love each other, even if we live in the same neighborhoods, we're still gonna try to unalive each other regardless. You know, gathering together doesn't mean living in the same building, living in the same barrio. If we don't love each other, if one side is Muslim, one side is Christian, right? If one side supports the LGBT, one doesn't, listen, it's not gonna work. This is why you have to be in the ISUPK. In the ISUPK, we're one accord, like-minded, you understand? And we all know that our oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. Nuestro opresor es el pinche maldito que habla la Biblia. Con eso, shalom, raza.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Maldito sea todos estos perros gringos, todos, y que las maldiciones de Dios lleguen hacia ellos.
Cuando me activo saco el cuerno de chivo. Todo lo que digo yo lo he vivido, haciendo oraciones entre mis suspiros. Muerte por un gringo es negativo y sigo. Estamos en guerra con estos gabachos, hijos de perra, y espera. Ellos son de Inglaterra, en barcos llegaron a nuestra tierra, se aferran que somos ilegales, que toda nuestra raza son criminales, corrales. Es donde nos encierran sin causa, motivo, nos encierran, quisieran acabar con nuestra gente, pero aquí estamos hasta el presente, y muerte es lo que está presente, unida nuestra gente, la raza está más fuerte, la escuela israelita, donde no corremos con edomitas, todo de la Biblia ellos predican, y a toda nuestra gente se le avisa. Llegado lo que esperan, guerra mundial tercera, que todos los gringos se caigan y mueran. Cobro condenas y ya sacar lo ordena, con líricas mortales prosigue el asalto. No somos cobardes ni menos cristianos, crúcense la línea y en corto los castro. Malditos gabachos cazan nuestros pasos. Así es, raza, si no los conoce les presento a Satanás, porque todos los putos son de la Ku Klux Klan. Así es, mi gente, póngase trucha, no me ande ellos iconeando quiénes somos nosotros para andar hincando toda la bola de